Here's my preview of the Baylor versus number 22 Iowa State women's basketball game, which I'm going to put the stats in the description below. First of all, Iowa State is practically the same team as last year, minus Aubrey Jones and added Danae Fritz, who didn't play most of the last year without injury. The following players you need to keep an eye on: Ashley Jones, number 24, 6'1" guard. That's a senior. 20.2 points per game, 62 for 178 on threes, 98 for 123 on free throws, 9.1 rebounds per game, 1.9 fouls per game, 2.2 turnovers per game, 1 steal per game. I'm not going to mention Stephanie Soares. She's out for the year. Don't matter. Alexi Donarski, number 21, 6 foot guard. That's a junior. 12.1 points per game, 41 for 133 on threes, 42 for 46 on free throws, 2.6 rebounds per game, 2 fouls per game, 1.1 steals per game, 2.9 assists per game, 1.5 turnovers per game. Emily Ryan, number 11, 5'11" guard. It's a junior. 11.1 points per game, 25 for 67 on threes, 64 for 69 on free throws, 5 rebounds per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 7 assists per game, 3.4 turnovers per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 1.8 steals per game. Danae Fritz, number 3, 5'11" guard. That's a freshman. 7.9 points per game, 26 for 85 on threes, 36 for 47 on free throws, 4.2 rebounds per game, 1 turnover per game, 1 block per game, 2 fouls per game. Namar Dew, number 1, 6'2" forward. That's a junior. 5.9 points per game, 23 for 73 on threes, 16 for 22 on free throws, 4.6 rebounds per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 0.6 steals per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 2.1 fouls per game. Martin Kane, number 31, 6'3" forward. It's a senior, 4.5 points per game, 28 for 42 on free throws, 4 rebounds per game, 1 turnover per game, 1.7 fouls per game. Izzy Zigaro, which I don't know how many minutes she's going to really play, number 15, 6'4" forward. That's a sophomore, 3.8 points per game, 0 for 2 on threes, 11 for 15 on free throws, 1.3 fouls per game. The other stats that are 0.6 or less I didn't mention at all, by the way. Maggie Aspenmiller McGraw, number 13, 5'11", a 5'10" guard. That's a senior. 1.9 points per game, 8 for 39 on threes, 9 for 13 on free throws, 0.8 turnovers per game. And you can check all that out prior to the game. And I'm going to say this: you got to do a better job on the Namar Dew than last time. She went off on you. I mean, when you look at the previous game against them, it's quite apparent that if you would take her away or limit her damage, we would have won more against them. We won last time 76-70. Yeah, Namar Dew had 25 points. And they're really efficient at that. 10 for 13 from the field, 3 for 4 on free throws. You got to get on her for threes. She could shoot the ball. And I know Ashley Jones got hers with 23 points, but 9 for 22 shooting. 1 for 9 on threes, 4 for 6 on free throws. To me, Iowa State is not going to take out Ashley Jones, and Lexi Donarski, Emily Ryan, Danae Fritz, unless they have foul trouble. First of all, across the board, limit your foul trouble. You had that issue last night. And defensively, you have to be better from the 3-point shooting defense and overall defense. You can force turnovers, which is good, but you got to defend when you're not forcing turnovers. I mean, and make Ashley Jones inefficient. Just like last time. I mean, it's the truth. When you look at the numbers, and all you have to really do is limit the damage from Emily Ryan and Alexi Donarski, and you're going to be fine. Just don't let Namar Dew kill you like last time. She really hurt you a bunch. I mean, it's not any secret they're going to shoot threes. I mean, they shot 24 of those against us last time. That's their offense. And don't let them get to the free throw line a bunch. They will make them. I know they didn't shoot good from free throws last game, but don't count on it. They are one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. You got to get some defensive rebounds. You got to limit the second chance points, fast break points, points in the paint. I mean, sure, I would also say one thing. Don't let Iowa State shoot threes necessarily. Make them shoot long twos. And get on them. Seriously. Offensively, you got to make more threes in the previous games here. You got to take care of the ball. The last 3 games have been not great. And I know Nikki Collins not happy about it. I know she's not. And I know Sarah Andrews is dealing with some shoulder thing. I know since that Iowa State game in particular. Because remember, Iowa State knocked her down. And she got hurt. And she still played through it. And she's still playing through it. I know she is. It's not any secret. I mean, what happened last night if you watched the game. You got to take care of the ball better, like I said. It's first things first. You got to get rebounds so you get your second chance points. Get points in transition. Get points in the paint and hit mid-range shots. And take what the defense gives you. You got to be crisp on your passing. Shot selection is key, too. And when you get to free throw line, you got to make them count. I don't know if Erica Porter is going to play in this game. She has been dealing with a concussion protocol for the last 2 games. I don't know if she is at this point. Because concussion deal, you just don't know. It's not something you could automatically say, you're going to be back within a week. It's not, or 2. It just depends on how the person really feels. I mean, and that's the truth. And I would also say you just got to flush those last 2 games behind you. I know that Oklahoma State game was a little bit of a hangover, but you didn't take care of the ball and couldn't defend. This past game, you were just ready to go. I mean, you were down by 2 at the end of the first quarter, and then you got worse in the second half, I know, against Kansas State. And you were down by 9 in the second quarter. I mean, you were down at 9 at halftime. It's just the second half just got away from you. You got to come out with more energy. Come out with fire. You have nothing to lose here. Because at this point, you could play spoiler against this team. This isn't like an invincible Iowa State team. They're not. Like I said, they're the exact same team, minus Aubrey Jones, who's at Oklahoma, and add Dean Fritz, who didn't play most of last year due to injury. They don't have, and you got to take them off the bounce, and you got to make adjustments on the fly. And you got to look at the film and learn how to be a good player again. And I know Nikki Collins said that in a press conference. You just got to learn from your mistakes from the last game, and you got to move forward. And you can't let officiating dictate the game. You don't want to be in that situation of foul trouble is an issue, especially to Caitlin Bickle. We need her as much as possible. It would be huge if we need Caitlin Bickle to step up in this game. If Sarah Andrews could step up, at least. Though I know she might be limited. I know she could be. Because of her shoulder thing she's been dealing with. We need Jaden Owens to score more. Jamie Asbury needs to step up. Bella Fauntleroy, she needs to pick it up after the last few games here. She needs to pick it up. Darion LePage Buggs, yes. Jen Van Ginbeek when she gets to play, yes. Kyrie Ferrer if she gets to play, yes. And at least in their roles. And it's not including Kyle Abraham too, because you gotta remember, you know what? I don't know like Erica Porter's situation. We already know no Kendra Gillespie either. You just gotta be tough, not only physically but mentally. And let's take all that frustration from the last 2 games, even the last 3, and take it on, put it on Iowa State. And you're at home here. This would be a huge win if you would get this. One, it's a top 25 team in Iowa State. And you could get yourself closer in the conference. Sure, you might not win a conference, but look, you could move yourself up in the standings here. You can. This is your opportunity to move yourself up in the standings so you don't have to necessarily be 6th in the Big 12. I mean, and that's the truth. You could finish as high as possibly 3rd. I mean, and this would be huge too because Iowa State, remember, they have 5 conference losses. If we could sweep them, then we would for sure move up a spot and they would move down to where we're at. And I know we lost to Oklahoma State twice, and I know that hurts. I know it does. But I think Oklahoma State could easily lose 2 more games when you look at their schedule. But you got to take care of yourself first in terms of your standings and where you're at. You're not going to finish probably 1st and 2nd in the Big 12 unless chaos happens. Unless it does. But you could finish as high as 3rd, possibly. Why not? Let's go after it, Iowa State, and take it to them early. And come out focused and ready to go. And attention to detail on both ends of the floor. And you got to stay composed as well. I mean, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe. And see you guys later. 500 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.